Head held high, start to climb forward, steeper and steeper, little by little, up, until the top was reached. Now the going was easy.
Moss and leaves, stone and pure water, mere human knowledge lies in a twinkling star. Inquiry, picking their way through black mud.
I like a sleeping and a snoring. The morning fires don't feel good on I don't feel like doing nothing. But there's times when how you feel got to be kept to yourself. Get up now. You got work.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the narrative back on you guys, and you're gonna have to share your story. But we're gonna do it in a forced creativity way. So we are going to create blackout poems. So you are going to get a page from a book. So you have to find a way to use somebody else's words to tell your own story.
It was my junior year when we were in our class, and one of my classmates was kind of struggling at home, didn't really have parental figures or anything like that. He needed glasses and didn't have any money to get them, and just little things here and there that his needs weren't being met. It's not even like she had to ask him, she just kind of knew and automatically took that motherly role. And I think that he even called her mom jokingly, and I mean, it was so amazing to watch because he was one of my close friends, and I knew that he was struggling, but she, helped with almost everything that he needed. He came back to school and he had glasses. She honestly went above and beyond.
Students who have graduated will come back and have her approve certain letters of recommendation or entrance letters to certain colleges. I do know that with citizenship issues, sometimes students don't have the skills or the tools at home to work through what is required to submit a certain document, and she's really good about helping anyone that comes in her door. I also know she works directly with students that have had legal issues, that might be incarcerated, no longer a part of our community right now, but she invests in those students, she visits them, she takes time to write, she talks, she contacts family members.
The challenges that my students bring to the table are different for every student. Some kids are coming from homes where they are kind of playing mom and dad every day. Some of them are coming from homes where they don't have their parents available to them to help support them. Some are coming from homes that they really don't know where their next meal is coming from, or they don't live in a safe space. So the first thing that I have to do to get these kids to learn is to meet those needs. They need to feel safe. They need consistency. So many of them don't experience consistency. Their life outside of here is chaotic. So they need that safe, consistent adult presence. And they need to know that they can come and have a new start every day.
They all love her and they respect her, and a lot of them look at her as a second mom or a first mom. A lot of them look up to her, and a lot of them would say that she's like a hero in their eyes because she'll do anything she can for them, and they see that and they know that and they believe it.
In all of the years that I've been teaching, I've never met another teacher that loved her students the way that Shari loves her students, and that is as passionate about teaching them and helping them and just loving them as much as Shari does.
She would tell us we're going to see different viewpoints, especially in society and how it depicts it, and it was a different vibe with her because she had a goal for us at the beginning of the year, and at the end of the year I can honestly say she's opened my personal viewpoints.
With Miss Gateley, she always cared about everyone and always let everyone know that if you ever need anything, you could easily come to her. I feel like I can do that and just go up to anyone, say, hey, if you need anything, I am here for you. That's something that was so beautiful about her that I decided to take it on.
That might be a good, as you're starting to transition from don't worry and good as new. Bright smile's got to happen in there somewhere, so start looking for words like that. I bet you're going to find something. So there's two different ways you can approach this. The first one is you can approach this first question, who are you? So what makes up your identity? What is your personality like? What experiences do you have? What is your perspective or point of view? The other one is maybe a little bit different. Who do you want to be? So this is where you have the ability to share your hopes and your dreams. You kind of have a juxtaposition here going on, right? Kind of happy and then like something had happened to her, right? Deep and, okay, so I'll be interested to see how you put those. My philosophy of teaching is that I have to believe that all students are capable of learning at a high level whenever they enter my classroom. That means regardless of their background, regardless of the deficits that they come into my classroom with, I know that they are capable of learning. And I have to then make them believe that they are capable of learning. And I think that starts with building relationships with students. They have to know that they are valued, that their uniqueness is valued, that their voice and perspective matter. And whenever they feel those things, then my classroom becomes a safe place. It's a safe place that they can make mistakes, that they can learn to struggle and learn to grow from those mistakes.
Shari inspires me just watching her love of her kids. When they cry, she cries. Sometimes she cries even when they don't cry. When they're sad, she's sad. When they're happy, she's insanely happy for them and with them. She, to me, is the epitome of how a teacher should care and how a teacher should love. Because I think kids perform and want to do so much better when they feel like they're cared for, and she does such a great job of that, and it inspires me every single day.
She's taught me a lot of things I've carried with me, but probably number one is to be confident. I would always kind of second guess myself, or everything had to be perfect. If I had a 98, I had to have 100, and she kind of just calmed me down and taught me to be confident in myself and my abilities. Her encouraging me all the time has really stuck with me and made me the student that I am today, honestly.
I appreciate having Shari on staff. Her passion is infectious. She works with all our teachers, creates a community of where shared ideas, where collaboration, where we put students first in all of our practices. And I believe if you visited her classroom, you would see her message come to fruition every day, because it's not about Shari, it's not about adults in this building, it's about how do we serve kids.
I believe that once I have a student, they are one of my babies. There's never going to be a point in my child's life where I'm like, okay, I did my job, it's time for you to move on. I'll talk to you later. So I feel that same way with my students. Those are my kids, they're my babies, and so I have to make sure that they're okay, because life doesn't stop after 11th grade English. There's going to be more struggles, there's going to be more successes, there's going to be things that I want to celebrate with them.
She's one of the most supportive people I have in my life today. Even during my senior year, even when I didn't have her, I knew I could, if I ever needed something. It never got to that point again, but I know if I ever need something, even in college when I go on, and I'll still cherish her relationship and cherish how much she cares and how much she's willing to help and support.
I never stopped talking to her after my junior year because she really encouraged me to go on. And at the end of my junior year, she wrote everyone an individual letter, and she said she was proud of me coming out of my shell. And that really encouraged me to continue talking to her, because I believed after that letter, it made me feel like I was special to her, and that's someone I could never lose in my life, someone I could just continue to trust in and just come to her with anything.
I hope to be a Miss Gately in some other kids' lives one day, and just to make sure that all that she's done through her students and through other people, that people like me or Jairo or her other students can reflect what Miss Gately has impacted in our lives, and hopefully pass that positivity and support to other people, and so it inspires them, and then Miss Gately's life continues to inspire others forever.
Because when I invest in them, I'm investing in them as a person, not as a student, but in who they are and what they're going to become. And so those relationships are so important to me. I value those, and I don't ever want to let go of those. And I feel like it's kind of a way for me to continue to advocate for them to know that they have this adult in their life that is here, that's consistently going to be there for them, that is not going anywhere. So I just feel like that's important. It's who I am. I don't know how to do it a different way. They're my kids.